Imagine waking up tomorrow with an unexpected fortune in your account. Sounds like a dream, right? But did you know that 70% of people who come into a large sum of money lose it all within just a few years? This is a real problem that happens to many people. Whether it's a lottery prize, an inheritance, or even a successful investment. What would you do to make sure that newfound wealth doesn't disappear? What would you do if you suddenly gained a fortune overnight? Because this could happen to anyone, and what you do in those first days will be crucial. The first step for anyone who has just received a large sum is simple but powerful. Don't tell anyone. Many people think that when they win a fortune, the first impulse is to share the news with friends and family. After all, it's exciting news, but this can become dangerous. Sharing this kind of information opens the door to outside interests, people who might approach you seeking favors or even threatening your safety. Remember, maintaining privacy is essential, especially in the early moments. This helps you plan calmly, without pressure from those around you. Keeping this information private keeps you safe and allows you to make decisions with clarity. Let's imagine the following. Have you ever seen what happens to lottery winners who, upon telling everyone, end up attracting problems? Keeping it a secret can be your greatest ally in preserving your fortune and avoiding future headaches. If you won millions today, would you tell anyone? Comment below. After ensuring discretion, the next step is essential. Don't do anything impulsive with the money. Receiving a large sum all at once can be disorienting. The initial instinct for many people is to start spending and investing without thinking. But before making any decisions, give yourself a period to adjust and understand what you really want to do. Keep the money in a safe place, such as a temporary savings account, and resist the urge to make major purchases or investments. Avoiding hasty moves is essential. In many cases, people who act too quickly end up making poor decisions, either buying luxury items that lose value or investing in poorly thought-out ideas. A practical example of this is what we see with athletes and celebrities who, upon receiving large sums early in their careers, end up spending without planning and find themselves in delicate financial situations. Remember, patience is key to starting well. Now that the money is safe, it's time to clear things up. Pay off all your debts. Debt is one of the biggest enemies of financial freedom. If you have any kind of debt, whether it's credit cards, loans, or other obligations, it's highly recommended to pay them off as soon as possible. Not only does it reduce your stress level and free up your income for new plans, but this action also creates a much stronger financial base for your new phase of life. But be careful, it's important to focus on the debts that really matter. Some people get involved in disadvantageous agreements and renegotiations. Therefore, seek to pay off the debts with the highest interest rates first. Imagine the impact of starting this new phase of life completely debt-free. This not only lifts a huge weight off your shoulders, but also prevents the newly acquired fortune from dissolving into endless interest payments. As they say, financial freedom begins with a zero balance. What about you? Would you pay off all your debts first, or do something different with that money? Now that the debts are paid, it's time to focus on what really matters: investing in yourself. Financial education is essential for those who wish to maintain and multiply a large sum. Take this opportunity to learn more about investments, personal finance, and how to manage wealth. Additionally, investing in your personal development, whether through courses, books, or mentoring, can help you make safer and more strategic decisions in the long run. Many make the mistake of ignoring financial education, believing they can rely solely on professionals to manage their wealth. But the truth is that by understanding the basics, you gain more autonomy and avoid being misled. Think about successful business people and investors. They all took time to learn and improve themselves. This knowledge not only protects the money, but also opens doors to opportunities you may not even imagine now. Have you ever invested in a finance course or book? If so, share which one in the comments. Let's exchange experiences. With money in the bank, the temptation to quit your job might be strong, but don't do it too soon. Work provides more than just a paycheck. It also creates routine, gives purpose, and keeps you productive. Leaving everything suddenly can destabilize you emotionally, as well as give the money a false sense of being infinite. So think carefully before leaving your job. Keeping a job, at least initially, can be an important pillar for your mental and emotional stability while you organize your new financial life. Many people who abandon their jobs right after an unexpected gain end up feeling lost or without a clear purpose. This can lead to impulsive decisions and unnecessary spending. There are stories of lottery winners who gave up everything, only to end up returning to work because they realized that the lack of routine and purpose left them unmotivated and, in some cases, even depressed. Avoiding a sudden change can help you calmly plan your next steps. If you became a millionaire today, would you keep your job or leave everything? With the money in hand, it may seem like the perfect time to start your own business. But hold on, don't rush. Investing in a new business can be a great way to grow your fortune, but it's also one of the quickest ways to lose it if you're not prepared. Starting a venture requires planning, market knowledge, and, most importantly, a cold analysis of risk. So before committing to a new business, first consider strengthening your financial education and learning more about the sector you're thinking of investing in. Starting a business without preparation is one of the most common mistakes people make when they come into a large sum of money. Enthusiasm can be a dangerous enemy if it's not controlled, even if the idea seems promising. Plan for success before taking the first step. Many people who received inheritances or prizes started businesses impulsively without the proper experience and ended up losing everything. Take the time to learn more, seek professional advice, and test the idea before making a real investment. Now that your financial life has taken a leap, it's normal to want to elevate your lifestyle. But be cautious. A significant financial gain can allow you to live more comfortably and enjoy life a bit more. However, many end up overdoing it and adopting an unsustainable lifestyle. The secret is to make moderate improvements. Upgrading your car, for example, or moving to a better home can be positive, but without entering into a cycle of excessive spending. The more money that goes out, the faster it can run out. Frivolous and uncontrolled spending is one of the biggest traps for those who receive a large sum. It's easy to fall into the illusion that money is limitless, but without planning, it can disappear sooner than expected. Imagine someone who, upon gaining a lot of money, starts buying luxury items and traveling without limits. Without realizing it, this person can create high fixed expenses that will quickly drain their fortune. To avoid this, live well, but with responsibility. If you could give a gift now, without exaggeration, what would it be? With new money, it's likely that friends or family members will approach you for help. But beware, avoid getting involved in personal business. It's natural to want to help close ones or to be interested in supporting the projects of people you trust. However, mixing money with friendships or family relationships usually brings more problems than solutions. Besides the risk of losing the money, it can damage your relationships, creating conflicts and disappointments. If you really want to help, it's better to offer advice or emotional support than to invest directly. Loans and business with friends or family are risky, as they can turn a good relationship into a complicated situation. Expectations are not always realistic, and in the end, you might lose both the money and the friendship. There are many stories of fortunes lost in supporting family businesses that didn't succeed, and the emotional impact can be significant. Avoiding mixing finances and personal relationships is a way to protect both your assets and your bonds. If you already have a trusted financial advisor, think twice before switching now. Managing a large amount of money requires knowledge and experience. And if you already have an advisor who understands your financial situation, switching them abruptly can be risky. An advisor who knows your history, goals, and financial profile can offer more personalized guidance and prevent you from making common mistakes of inexperienced investors. Switching advisors may seem appealing, especially with so many tempting offers, but the trust built with your current professional is a valuable asset. Making a switch now could increase the risk of falling into financial traps. Imagine a situation where, after gaining a large sum, someone decides to switch advisors to one who offers miraculous returns. Over time, This person realizes the new advisor is less trustworthy and ends up losing money in risky investments. Staying with someone you trust is a way to maintain stability and avoid losses. When dealing with a large sum of money, one financial rule can be your best friend: the 5% rule. The 5% rule is simple but powerful. Withdraw at most 5% of the total amount per year for expenses and investments. This approach protects your wealth, ensuring you don't exhaust it quickly. Thus, you can still enjoy the fortune without compromising the principle, allowing the money to grow and support your lifestyle in the long term. Following this rule is essential for the longevity of your wealth. If you spend more than 5% a year, the risk of losing the fortune increases drastically. Many ignore this recommendation and end up with nothing after just a few years. Imagine someone wins $5 million. By following the 5% rule, they would only use $250,000 per year. This is still a generous amount, but it preserves the principle and maintains financial security. This way, the person can enjoy the fortune without worrying about losing it all quickly. Would you follow this rule, or would you take a risk to try to multiply the money faster? Let us know your opinion. It's very important to us. Getting rich overnight brings a series of changes, and not all are easy to handle. A new financial situation brings new challenges. Your social, professional, and even family life may be impacted in unexpected ways. Additionally, you may start receiving more attention from people and institutions, which can be both positive and negative. That's why it's essential to be emotionally prepared for these changes, creating an adaptation plan and seeking psychological support if necessary. The most important thing is not to be carried away by impulses or rushed decisions. A sudden life change can cause discomfort or even isolation. It's essential to remember that old problems may not disappear. They just change form. Adaptation takes time, and forcing a drastic change can impact your mental health and relationships. Imagine a person who gains a large fortune and suddenly starts being treated differently by friends and even family. Some may expect help. Others may begin to ask for favors. External pressure can be intense, so it's important to have proper support to handle this in a healthy and balanced way. With so much focus on growing and protecting your wealth, it's easy to forget one of your greatest assets: your health. A large sum of money is worthless if you don't have the health to enjoy it. Investing in physical and mental well-being should be a priority. If you neglect your health, the advantages of being financially independent may become irrelevant. Moreover, a healthy life contributes to greater clarity in financial decisions, helping you stay focused on long-term goals. It's common for the stress of managing a large fortune to affect your health. Overworking or worrying about money can lead to problems like anxiety, insomnia, and chronic illnesses. Don't let money become a source of issues for your body and mind. Some people who suddenly acquire wealth find themselves working so much that they neglect physical activity, healthy eating, and moments of relaxation. This can lead to serious health issues over time. Therefore, maintaining a balanced routine with exercise, healthy food, and rest is essential to preserve your most valuable asset, yourself. It's easy to think that giving money to your children is a way to protect them, but in many cases, this can be a big mistake. When a large sum of money enters your life, it's natural to want to ensure that your children have a carefree and financially stable future. However, giving money without planning can harm them instead of helping. Rather than simply offering financial resources, focus on educating them about finances so they know how to manage that money effectively. Teaching about responsibility, hard work, and the value of money will prepare them for a more solid and balanced future. Giving unlimited money can create a sense of privilege, which hinders the development of the ability to work and thrive independently. This can foster a mindset of dependency that impedes your children's personal growth. There are cases of people who, upon receiving large sums of money, decide to pass it all on to their children. This often results in children who don't know how to manage anything on their own, facing serious difficulties in adulthood because they haven't developed the right financial mindset and habits. Teaching the value of effort and planning is more important than simply handing over money. How do you think children should learn to manage money early on? How would you do it? Share your opinion in the comments. A large fortune can change many things, but one thing that should never change is trust in your partner. The temptation to spend more, make impulsive choices, or even invest in something without consulting your partner can be strong when you're dealing with a new financial situation. However, mutual trust and respect must be maintained, especially during a transitional moment like this. Many relationships crumble when one partner feels excluded from financial decisions or begins to act selfishly. Remember, you may have everything you want, but you shouldn't give up the partnership you've built. Open communication and transparency are essential to maintain balance and harmony. Shared financial decisions are the foundation of a healthy relationship. If you start making decisions alone or hiding what's happening, it can cause hurt feelings and damage the trust between you. Wealth is not worth it if it destroys the things that truly matter. Imagine a situation where someone, after receiving a large sum of money, starts making big purchases without consulting their partner, or decides to invest alone in a business. This can generate distrust and even serious arguments. The best approach is always to include your partner in the decisions, showing that the fortune can be shared with responsibility and unity. Do you believe that money can affect trust in a relationship? Have you ever been in a similar situation? When you have a large sum of money, the temptation to seek quick and risky gains is great, but the secret to financial success is avoiding unnecessary risks. In moments of sudden wealth, many feel tempted to invest in high-risk ventures with promises of exorbitant returns. However, it's crucial to play it safe, ensuring that your wealth is protected in the long run. Safer investments, such as quality real estate, solid investment funds, and a diversified portfolio, can guarantee growth without exposing your money to high risks. Focus on long-term strategies, with an emphasis on safety and stability. The pursuit of quick gains can be tempting, but many who took a chance on risky investments ended up losing everything in a short time. The secret is to stay calm and avoid impulsive decisions based on greed. Many millionaires who built fortunes over time, like Warren Buffett, always emphasize the importance of conservative, long-term investing. For example, by investing in high-quality real estate, they avoid major losses while protecting and even growing their wealth over time. Dealing with a major financial change can be harder than it seems. Seeking psychological support is one of the most important decisions you can make. The unexpected arrival of a large fortune can trigger an emotional roller coaster. Anxiety, fear, insecurity, and even guilt are common. In many cases, these emotions can negatively influence your financial and personal decisions. That's why it's essential to find a professional to help you process this new reality, learn to handle new challenges, and maintain balanced mental health. Psychological support can offer clarity, help develop a stronger mindset, and prevent impulsive decisions driven by momentary emotions. Ignoring the emotional aspects of this transition can lead to rash decisions and mental health issues. Investing in therapy or psychological coaching is a way to protect your well-being and ensure you make more balanced decisions. Many people who gain large sums of money start living under pressure, afraid of losing everything or being exploited. A therapist can help deal with these feelings, teaching coping techniques and helping to cultivate a mindset of balance and confidence. Becoming rich overnight can be a blessing, but it also brings many challenges. To ensure that your fortune is preserved and grows sustainably, it's essential to follow the tips we discussed, from maintaining privacy to focusing on your mental and emotional health. Remember, the real secret to keeping your wealth isn't uncontrolled spending, but building a solid foundation and making strategic, long-term decisions. If you found these tips valuable, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and share with anyone who can benefit from this information. And of course, let us know in the comments what you would do if you received a fortune. See you in the next video.